Well, I guess it's time to go see Sebastian's sister, right?
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
An intruder!
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiai, and this is my shop. Is there anything I can help you with?
It's a very interesting last name.
I'm curious to know what's happening in Feldcroft. Might you have any insight?
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been tormenting everyone he encounters. Feldcroft borders goblin country, but we've always lived in peace with their kind. Until recently, that is.
Oh no.
Some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in league with Ranrock. I don't know if there's truth to it. Whatever the case, their constant meddling is devastating business. Everyone feels unsafe. It's quite serious.
What do you sell here?
Glad you asked. I sell the finest array of beast byproducts you'll find in the entire countryside. If you don't believe me, feel free to look about. Eventually you'll return. They always do.
What brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't choose it. It chose me. I was raised here. It's always been my home. As for the shop, I suppose my line of work chose me as well. I've always loved working with beasts. And my twin girls adore them. Wouldn't be surprised if they took over from me one day.
Well, it's wonderful to hear.
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
This guy's so chill. So, there's a boy in this town that would love to be able to help.
Revelio.
Ran dry for some 400 years ago to a Greek rock. I wonder if this is the one that we saw in that flashback. The many parishes result within at least one employee's father if you speak for years after. That all was saved with a group of relevant witches and wizards using never before seen magic. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this must be where it was. It should be if that must be you can lift up castle. No, maybe I'm overthinking it.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Revelio.
You made it.
I did. Hello, Sebastian.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know.
That would be great.
I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
I bet I would too, probably.
Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Why do I have first? Wait. There we go.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
That was a little
We
unnecessary.
haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it.
What
Gosh.
you've done.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that.
I'm a
You
little
don't
upset
mind.
for you.
Just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Me neither. It's
That boy will fray my last nerve.
not his fault.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It's gotta
It
be
could be
something.
that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Hello,
Perhaps
my-
the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I don't know.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
Goodness.
Revelio.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Robert and Lucy will tell you. Well, Shark is still as foul, but either way they mean will be feeling better. That's sweet.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me
Gosh.
about.
I
She's
am.
beautiful. It's a
Sebastian
shame
and
that
I met
she's
during a
cursed.
rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now.
It does.
Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone.
Well,
I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
well, this is terrible. I hate
I
this.
wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
This is my set potions kit, not yours. We fight things be there. What else is a girl to do if she can't mess up the potions? Cast, no, there's gotta be a way.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Oh, shoot. He's saying that he's trying to do what's right and not how I would say it, but he's got his own mindset, you know, he's got a belief, just like Sebastian does. He was out of line to destroy the bulb,
I'll
though.
admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back.
I don't know
Come with
enough
me.
about this curse.
I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
What are those? Oh, those are trading dummies.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau,
Okay.
is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Okay.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Okay. What's is up here?
You are. What? No! No! Let's get this over with.
Yeah,
Do you think this is funny? You're
a little bit.
There you are. Rather unwise coming back. I'm juggling, not a toy.
Doubling, not a toy.
Why can't I hit you?
Here's where they're gobbling at. He's still alive. Goodness.
You've made your last mistake. Ah, now get away! That was miserable. Shut it. Hit it. I hate that. One less human to worry
Man, it really seems like we're attacking a like a settlement or something. There's some enemy. I'm worried that we'll think that, oh, the town's fighting back. Now we need to go beat them up or something. And that's not what I wanted to do today.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained
But
for.
it went on for a
I
while.
tried to warn you.
Revelio.
After ordering much warning, you just told me that we had to go up to a plateau. And we happened to run into some fence while we were on our way.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It sounds as if the loyalists attacked Anne without cause.
I wouldn't put it past them, but I'm convinced that they were trying to hide something. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar.
I mean, they would have to have been up there, right? Except this is the well with a house on the hill. There's a little girl and a boy, the man, and then they made the well so that it can rehydrate ways. I wonder if this is the tale of the kids. Maybe history's repeating itself.
Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
This is... wonder who.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section, with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, And this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Yeah, that's dark. If this was a horror game,
Why
you would
bother
not
blocking
get
the
to go in down there.
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this
Lumos.
simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
And if I can use the disappearing thing in those chairs. There's a lot of chairs down here. I don't know why.
Revelio.
Let me just try. I'm gonna try. Nope. Okay.
Lumos.
The local doctors, even some of them, are doing all they can for them. The griefness, help, who survive the plague of forever damaged by the loss. If room may pass, the skin may mend a scar, but the devastating okay. When lost a child, it couldn't bear it. They long to give him some sort of relief. Okay.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
I want to help. I lose hope. So this is Isadora's. And even can't be. Wouldn't remind me of my father. Surely wouldn't help. It wouldn't hurt to help him. So maybe she's going against.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Revelio.
I don't see anything else in here. Just gonna get back there somehow. Like that, I guess.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange,
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
but fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Lumos.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
This is interesting. It's a map.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Road where we saw these in the tower. They already knew about these, but sometimes they're timed.
Anything helpful in the note?
Not exactly.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic.
This
There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out.
No.
I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Well, shoot. They're in. I don't know what to think now. Gosh, because you know those stories like, God, that's not your pain to take away, or your pain to bear, whatever it's like. You have to try and change that using magic. But it's a curse. I mean, isn't that?
The ruins of Falbaton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Ooh, sneaky. If anyone else want to send me now, this Witchcraft. I guess not. Alright, well, I'm going to cut here. And thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep gaming.